one that you get, but this one is the Made in China specials. Quite proudly they've stamped it on the back there, Made in China. I don't know whether the camera can pick that up or whether there's too much glare from the grease, I don't know, but as it says Made in China, you can catch some of the writing, I guess. But there we are, China 250-100. Anyway, let's get that back on there. Obviously, remember that stainless steel washer down there is machined to the 14mm diameter of this piece that you've put on, not the diameter of the piece that comes with the lathe, which is 10mm, because you want it to float up and down freely on the exterior post, and the other posts sit perfectly flush with the compound slide. Once we've done that, we shall drop this tube again, another bit that came with, you know, the tool post. Push that down securely, and we shall get the nut. Make sure again it's clean. It is. And spin that down the bolt. Now, what's also good about this is that it's left a good level of thread, because with these tool posts you want them to sometimes swivel, because you can take the bar off here, put the bar into there, and that allows you to do radiuses with the machining. So that works that way. It's not the best way. I've seen better ways, as saying, if you look on YouTube on a search, you'll find that there is better ways of doing it. And but there is a way, and all you need to do there is do that down so it still moves and it's tight, but it will still move, and then just get another 40mm nut and lock the two nuts off together, and Bob's your uncle. You can do radiuses, and that's what that hole's there for. So you take that down there, put it in there, or make another bar really to fit in there, one of the two. But yeah, as I say, it works fine. Anyway, I've got a piece of brass on the chuck, so let's take that out. Because we don't want that in there. And then we'll run it up flush to the chuck. I've also got some other mods to do, because I find that the base on these Chinese, because I actually bought the stand with lathe, and I find that the stand is a little flimsy, to say the least. It's not built to the greatest standards, but yeah, if you run this up to the chuck so it's all flush, get your spanner, and on this tool post it's actually a 22mm nut, give it a nut, and we'll nip it up, make sure it's nice and tight, not too tight, you don't want to shear it. Take it off. As you can see, that moves freely. It's all set in right. Bring that back. Also, as I say, I had to do a lot of setup between the compound slides on these. They've machined all the rest of the machining perfectly, but what you'll find on these Chinese machines is that the little inserts that they put, little jibs, I think they call them, that they put in on the compound slides, are about as flat as a Nestle's chocolate. In fact, actually, a Nestle's chocolate bar is flatter than those jibs in there. So now we've done that, we are pretty much done. It wasn't really too much of a difficult mod to do, really. But yeah, and here is the tool post. I've got a carbide tip in there as well. So stick that on there, and that's locked. Now, what I like to do, check. I don't think I can put that much pressure on it, not as much pressure as happens when you're actually machining, but if you just give it a tug like that, just double check that it's there. What I also like to do is, since I tested the tool post out, I didn't brush the machine down. I have an engine brush, just a standard engine brush. You can buy these from Halfords or any of the your motor stores where you can buy motor oil or anything. It's just cheap engine brush, cost about £3 I think. And the natural, hair bristle, horse hair bristle as well, good stiff ones. So they're quite tolerant to heat as well. Some hot turnings and things. Stick it on. We just brush the lathe off like so. Make sure it's just nice and clean, ready for the next time you come to use it. Easy as go as that. Get yourself some oil. Do need to fill that up a bit. On there. What I like to do is get a bit, don't use a cloth, just use a bit of tissue, small bit of tissue, and what happens is it picks the oil up, doesn't dry it out, and you just swirl it round like so. And it leaves the oil behind, it doesn't mop it up, saturates into the tissue, and you just swirl it round, see how it goes all over the machine. I use this is actually a Teflon based oil. You can buy it. It doesn't come in a spray can or aerosol. You can buy it in the buckets. I'm trying to talk to them and getting it in 25 litre, but they seem a bit deterred off that because they sell it in 1 litres, and I think if they sold it in 25 litres we might see how cheap it actually is on the, whatever, but I don't know, politics of it, I guess, maybe. Or maybe they just haven't got the containers to put it into. It's not a small manufacturer either. Yeah, just wipe the excess grease off the top, grease on open grease like this, it does have a tendency to attract bits of dirt and grime. Oil, nice and saturated oil rag, you see. Put it in, it's all nice and covered. Try and pay a bit of attention to holes. I find that these Chinese manufacturers, they oil the surface that you can see, but they ignore holes. And there it is. The installation of a piston type quick change tool post on a Chinese it's a Chester, but it's obviously an imported Chinese model renamed as Chester. They do these, I think Lathe Master is another name that they put on them, Clark, can't remember some of the others, but basically it's the general makes. I mean, if Draper do one, it will be the same sort of factory that do it. We'll just name it a Draper instead. Don't know whether they'd do the exact, the DB10, or they'd go as big as that. I think they do the smaller ones, really little ones. Class them as, I think Chester class them as a Conquest lathe. They're the smaller ones. That one down there. Also got to do the mountains on them because I said to you the lathe stand that came with this isn't the greatest, so I shall make another YouTube video on how to do that. And I need to double check and micrometer blue these compound slides, so we shall take a look on that. But yeah, anyway, that's enough from me. That's the video. This might have to go up in 3 parts, seeing as it's coming up to half an hour. It's taken half an hour to do that. So yeah, leave your comments. If you need any help or anything that I can help you with, I'll be glad to help. So yeah, excellent. Anyway, have a good one, and see you soon, my good YouTubers.